Hi everyone, welcome to Perpetual Stew TV. I am recording this in a secret location in an underground bunker. If you want to know why, it's to avoid the fallout for what I'm about to tell everyone. And that news is that the Shield race in the NWSL is over. You might as well crown KC today. 9 games left to go with a 12-point unassailable lead. This is bad news for everyone else, the other 13 teams in the league, but we all know there was only a couple with outside shot to actually catch up to them. And why do I say it's over with 9 games? Well, first of all, they lead the categories. They're in the top 5 of every category except PKs for and against in the league. They have the most goals for, the most goals against, and they are a force. You watch them right now, and there is a bounce in every player's steps, and there's just they come out flying. And on defense, they get the attack smothered and covered like Waffle House hash browns. They do a great team job on both sides of the ball. And in possession, they only run at about 45% possession overall, but it's what they do with the ball that counts the most. They have a very good high percentage of shots on goal. They have, a golden boot, contender there with Chewinga. And most importantly, they don't give up a lot of shots. There is only one team in the league that gives up less shots, and that's Gotham. But unfortunately for Gotham, they give up shots in bad spots that are almost guaranteed goals. After Gotham, you've got the Current here with I think 152 shots against, and then the next team closest to them is Bay FC at 190. Nope, Current has 156, so 34 more shots against Bay has than Current. And then after that, you get into the top teams like Orlando and Spirit and stuff. They've got 50 to 60 more shots against them. What impresses me most about Current is, Andonovski. I always said when he was coaching the national team that he's a club coach. I heard complaints out of players back then that they're just given too much to work with, too much homework to do. He's a meticulous planner, and it shows in what they're doing here. Even when they're not playing well, they have great balance and cover defensively, and 10 goals against is nothing to sneeze at, and especially with 34 goals for them. I don't see a lot of weaknesses. I only see really maybe 2 teams challenging them in the playoffs unless other teams get healthy. And yes, I guess in theory, with 9 games to go, they could lose 5 or lose 4 and drop 1 in Spirit, or someone else goes undefeated. That's the only way it's going to happen. And if you think that's going to happen, you should go bet on it, because it's probably a good long shot odds, and $100 probably win you 10,000. I just don't see how anyone's going to keep up with them. I think they've been fairly fortunate with injuries, and we do have teams like Orlando, which of course are reigning champions. They won the Shield and the playoffs last year, but with Banda down, even with the additions they played this week, I just don't see them. They leak goals at the wrong time. It could change, and of course the playoffs are a different animal. But the Shield is over. Much to my 9-year-old's disappointment, because she really thought Spirit could make a run, and we hope to go watch Spirit in the playoffs, of course. But that's it. KC's going to win, hands down. The Shield. You might as well crown them now. And then we'll see what happens in the playoffs if they go in with the number 1 seed. My opinion is right now, based on the way things are happening, is the perfect final would be the Washington Spirit against KC. And that may or may not happen. Of course, the playoffs are different. But I'm going to do a bigger breakdown of KC before the end of the season for sure. And then I'll probably do one on Orlando next week. To see how they could win the playoffs. But right now, I just see KC, they look so happy when they're playing. So happy. And that makes, we all know, mental attitude going into playoffs is a big thing. And of course, there could be a dark horse. They could pull up RSL from, 10, 12 years ago, where they went 12, 12, 12 in the regular season, got hot for the playoffs, got a fortunate move over to the Eastern Conference and made it to the final and won the cup. Stranger things have happened, but KC is a force. Anyway, that's all for today. This hat I'm wearing is an exclusive U.S. national team hat. You can find them on our site, on our link below. That's one way to help us out, because there's some other links below that could help us out as well that has to do with our family life, okay? I don't want to really go into it again. My wife's been fighting stage 4 cancer for a year. Our life's been upheaval. But you could do me a favor. Please like and subscribe. Make a comment. See what you think. If anyone can catch KC. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.